So when I talk about punching around corners, that's another beautiful thing about the driving punch when you're lined up, is because I'm not swinging and I'm not whipping, my ability to go round objects is massively increased, and to go round objects and land in a kinetic position with a drive, not a swing. So if we think about, when I talk about punching around corners, then if we look here, I'm going to put this cardboard out so I can just about land on my two knuckles here. So for me to look at that sort of trajectory, then I'm coming round there on a curve. So if I was throwing a swing, then as I threw the swing, I'd have to drop the elbow down to then go deep enough with this to then swing it back in. So even though it might just be a slight subtle movement here, at this position when I can hit with the two knuckles, if I try and swing at that distance, I just cannot get the depth of that, because I need to bring this elbow in to then swing it over. So I might be exaggerating the movements a little bit, but it's exactly what you do in the boxing gloves. So kinetically, because it's a drive and I'm just driving around, then it's much easier for me to come around here and land on the target than if I was coming over with a boxing punch at that distance. And it's the same when arms are up, hands are in the way and hands are over. Even if I cover the front of my face here, and I'm covered, I've got my hands up, then the side's open. If I'm covering the side here, then you're open for an uppercut. So you just cannot cover the whole part of your face. And there's plenty of gaps, and you only need the size of your fist to get through. If you're training in big gloves, you're looking for bigger gaps. You won't throw the punches into the smaller gaps. Also, because it's swing, it's a lot harder to be very precise and to drive that into a smaller area, because it's a swinging motion rather than a drive. With a boxing punch, because it's a swing, when I'm coming over, I have to drop in and lift the elbow up. It's not a drive. So again, kinetically, wherever the arm is, whatever position the arm is, if it's out or it's in or it's sticking out here, I can curve round that on a driving position and land in a fully kinetic position really close. But it's that ability to go round stuff and round corners. So even if I'm stood here and I'm stood right in front of the guy, if he's out here, I can come over there. If it's closer and if it's tight, I can still punch around that from where I'm stood. So it's surprising just how much you can put. If I'm further away, then I can still put a curve. I can come in a straighter angle, but with a curve on the end. So I can come in straight and then come round and sort of, and like literally punch around the corner. You think, if I've only got a very small area to hit in, and it's maybe this far away from me, so maybe if my hands are up here, and there's only a little teeny little gap that's just available through there, and it's maybe this far away, then if I wanted to throw a swing through there, it wouldn't work, because the swing, it comes across at an angle and there's not enough room to get in there, because you'd have to come in at an angle and swing down. Whereas with a kinetic drive, I could punch straight through that and I'm not in any way swinging through. So it's a lot easier to get through gaps and to drive the punch in, and it's much more powerful close up. Now if I'm in a boxing glove, because it's a swing, as I throw the punch I've got to come in and then I've got to swing down here. So I've got to come in at that angle to finish the punch, because it's a swing. kinetically I can drive straight round and drive it in at 90 degrees to the target. So I'm coming out there, around the corner. So you can see here how slowly I can slide my knuckles straight in there, and that is straight down the line. Now if I was throwing a swing, then there's no way I could punch that target down there. It's too far away, and look at the angle I'm coming in at. Look how wide the angle I need to finish that punch. Whereas when everything's in line, I can punch straight down the tube. Now, if this doesn't change your mind, then nothing will. Punching around corners. So, look at this angle here. It's literally 90 degrees to me now, and it's sticking out, what, 12 inches? I don't know. So, if I was going to swing in here, then I'd have to come across here and land in. So forget the boxing glove fitting down it, but if I wanted to land here, on there, then as I threw the boxing punch, I'd come over like this. And it's a big wide area, so I need a much wider area to throw the punch in. So kinetically, because I can punch around the corner and I'm lined up, then if I'm stood here, then I can turn and then I can drive straight in and hit on the two knuckles. So literally if I come in there, bang, bang, you can see how I can get in that little gap, go right down the tube. The precision goes to a whole new level. These are punches and angles that you just cannot do with a boxing punch. It amazes me just how many angles there are available, close range, for the kinetic punch, that they're just not worth throwing with a boxing punch. It's just, the power's just not available with the swinging motion. Whatever curve, however extreme the curve I can make with my hand, then I can throw a punch, a kinetic driving punch, on that curve. So there's loads more angles available because it's the drive rather than a swing. And again, it's because literally anywhere I can reach, I can drive into very close, short, sharp shocks. If I come out, say the arm's here, I come out there,